Hey guys, so this is my soft, warm Mauve Orchid look. If you want to see how I did this, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a soft, warm Mauve Orchid look. Going to use the Habit Royals palette that I talked all about in yesterday's video. And I'm going to use one of the Kleancolor Madly Matte lip glosses. That's not really a lip gloss, it's a liquid lipstick. I'm going to use this in a sort of, it's called Mauve Orchid, so that's why I decided to call this look that, because that's the color that this theme is going to wrap around. And I'll show you the other products as we go along, like the focal point products. But the reason why I put Chitchat at the end of the title is I'm also going to talk to you about something that's going on right now. I don't usually talk about like my personal life, but this could affect my filming schedule, so that's why I'm going to bring it up. But let's get started. I can talk to you as I go along. Burt's Beeswax Lip Balm to moisturize my lips to start with. It was 1 year ago this week, last year, we started having problems with our furnace. And here we go again. Cost us $900 last year. In the end, that's what it, I think it was more than that actually, because there were multiple trips from, you know, technicians coming out to the house and stuff. But yeah, it was over $900 to get that repaired, and here we go again, having problems again. I am very limited to what I can have for a furnace because my house does not have a basement. So therefore the furnace has to be in the house, like in my living space. And there aren't that many options. So we have an oil furnace and it fits into like a space in the wall. The only other option is an electric furnace. There's an electric furnace that you can get that has like a motor on the bottom and then a blower on the top, and it blows hot air. But that runs, you know, on electricity, and I live in New England. The electric rates in New England are the highest in the whole country. Our electric bill goes anywhere from 120 to 260 depending on what time of year it is. So yeah, I don't want my electric rates to be any higher than they already are. My electric bill, I mean. So that's not even an option. We definitely can't have that kind of furnace. Although I wish I could, because I think it would probably run better and there'd be less problems with it, because there'd be less parts, because the furnace we have runs on oil, and that, I just think that makes it more difficult for things to run smoothly. So, I don't know what's going to happen with this. I have an appointment, but it's not for, if I told you when the appointment was, you would think I was nuts. But anyways, I don't have an appointment for a while. And oh, I didn't tell you what I was putting on. This is Primark PS Radiant Primer. Love this stuff. Yeah, I don't have an appointment for a while, and it's actually supposed to be 60 degrees today, so daytime is not the problem. The problem is at night. When it goes below freezing, the furnace has to come on a lot for long periods of time, and that's when it starts acting up and not working right. If it was just moderate temperatures all the time, it could go on the way it is now, probably indefinitely. But after having all that work done on it last year, I would think that it would have ran for more than a year before having problems again. But yeah, these furnaces, like the one that I have, they're not great. And it's not an old furnace. We replaced we bought a new one. When we first bought the house, we found out after, because it didn't show up in the home inspection, but we had to have a brand new one put in, and then it was just never really right from the first place. And then last year we had it pretty much completely rebuilt, and it's still not right apparently. But I think the problem that I have with it now is not the issue. It's not the same problem that we were having last year. It's a different part, I think, that's malfunctioning. So yeah. So I don't know how that's going to affect my filming schedule, because I don't know if I'm going to have heat, and I don't know if I'm going to have people in here, you know, fixing it. It could be a big process. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do the best I can with the videos. That's all I can do. I'm going to do my concealer next. So I moisturized my lips with lip balm. I used my primer. Sometimes I like to do concealer first and then put the foundation on and blend that like into the concealer a little bit. I don't know. I'm not consistent with that. Sometimes I do concealer first, sometimes I do foundation first. So I'm going to do concealer first today. So this is LA Girl Pro.conceal HD High Definition Concealer in Porcelain. And I use that with my Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer Brush number 57. This is, in my opinion, the best concealer that I have ever tried. And I've tried dozens of concealers, including Tarte Shape Tape, which is very, very good, but I think this is better. But that's just my opinion. So now I have 2 different places that I can get this. Actually 3. I can get it at CVS, I can get it at my independently owned local beauty supply store that I discovered, and I can also get it on that shophush.com that I've been shopping at. So my point is, I won't have any problems getting this now. Thank goodness, because I really love it. Okay, I'm just trying to squeeze some of this up. Okay, so what I usually do is just take a little bit directly from the brush, and I put the bulk of it on the inside here, and then blend it out with the brush. This is the best I've ever tried. It's thick, but it blends really well. So getting back to the furnace thing for a minute, at least now we're prepared, because when the furnace wasn't running last year, it is running right now, but there's issues. But when the furnace wasn't running, or we couldn't run the furnace due to safety reasons at all last year, we went out, we had to buy a bunch of space heaters, all different sizes and strengths, because they had to order a bunch of pots for the furnace that they couldn't, with the furnace that I have, you can't just walk into a store and buy the parts. They have to be ordered, and then they have to be shipped, and then they came and they tried to fix it, and it wasn't, there were more problems. So anyways, we didn't have a furnace for quite a while. I think it was like 2.5 weeks, something like that, and that feels like forever. And I can't believe that we didn't burn the house down using space heaters, because it was cold during that time. And yeah, so obviously we didn't really go anywhere much, because I didn't feel comfortable leaving space heaters running if we weren't home. But yet we couldn't let the house get too cold, because otherwise the space heaters would never get it back up to the right temperature again. So I pretty much had to stay home all the time. I think we left the house like for an hour and a half on Thanksgiving to go have a meal with family. And now I don't know if the same thing's going to happen again or not. I don't think so, because the problem that we're having right now like I said, it's not the same problem that we were having before. So it's still serious, but not as serious as last year's issue. I was telling somebody yesterday that I wish that I could live in a warmer climate and then I wouldn't have these problems, because the only reason why the furnaces give you crap when you live in New England is because you can get such wild temperature swings. You know, it can be like 60 during the day and then 20 at night, and then the next day it can be 20 during the day and 0 at night. You know, it's all over the place. It's not consistent. But even if it was consistent, I wouldn't want it to be cold all the time. I hate it. Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation in 160 Warm Peach. So I'm going to give that a shake. I pulled out a brush to use with my foundation yesterday that I hadn't used in a long time, that I used to use all the time, and I forgot how much I love that. This is from Target. It's a Sonia Kashuk, I think it's called multi-purpose brush. But I love this brush, and I hadn't used it in so long, and I don't know, it's just a really nice size and density, and it works really good at blending this foundation. So what I do is I just take a little bit. This dries really fast, so you can only work a little section at a time. So you just take a little bit at a time. So I'm not going over that concealer. I'm going like right up to the edge of it. Just a little bit more. So I don't know what's going to happen with this whole furnace thing, but we'll see. There's so much more to it, but I'm not going to bore you with the details, but there's way more to the story. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to just take a little bit directly onto the neck area, because I was noticing one day, I think I mentioned this before, that this part of my neck is like a completely different color than all the rest of the skin on my body. I think because it never gets any sun. Like when you're outside, your face shades that part of your neck, so the sun never hits that. So you've got like this white stripe that goes across there. So it's important to take foundation down that. Okay, so I think the only area left to do is, what, my forehead? Did I do this part yet? I don't know. I can't remember. That's why I don't normally do these tutorial chit-chat things, because I can't remember. I can either focus on what I'm saying or I can focus on what I'm doing, but not both. I always like to put a little bit of foundation right in that upper eye area, because I don't always put like an eyeshadow primer in that section. Okay. And let's just also put whatever's left on the brush right there. Okay. All right, and this brush came in a kit by Hard Candy. It was like highlighting kit thing. And I'm going to use that brush with my NYX Wonder Stick in light/medium. And I just use the contour side of this, not the highlight. So it's just a twist up stick. So I just go like that. and then use this brush to blend it a little bit. I love cream contours, but I know most people don't. But I like cream contour products. I think if you find one that's exactly the right color, that has a lot to do with it. But they just blend so easy, and they're nice and subtle if you get the right color. Okay, so let's see what's next. Blush. This is by City Color. It's the HD blush in Warm Lavender. This is such a unique shade to my collection, but it ties in beautifully with what I'm trying to do here. I found this at Five Below, but you can also find City Color at Marshall's, TJ Maxx sometimes, and there's lots of places you can order it online. So it's just really pretty unique color. Another brush that I haven't used in a long time. This is a Real Techniques brush. It's number 300, and this is like the perfect size and denseness for blush. So I'm gonna go right above that area where I just put the contour, and then I'm just gonna smile and just put a little bit in the back part of the apples of my cheeks. Boy, that blush I had on yesterday was intense, huh? I'm not really a blush person, but I thought it looked okay. That was Milani Red Vino I had on in yesterday's video. Okay, now, here's one of my pet peeves when it comes to makeup. Now, I've got more on this side than I do on this side. So do I add more here, or do I blend this out? I just flipped the brush over to the other side, and I'm gonna blend. I think I'm gonna add more here because this is, now that this is blended, this is just about right. Okay, so I gotta be very, very careful that I get just the right amount. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, and for highlighter, going to use, I'm going to use this funky Wet n Wild brush. I think this is actually a foundation brush, but I use this sometimes for highlighter. It's really weird. It's got like more bristles here and then less up here. It's really strange. I'm going to use my PS Primark Mink Pink highlighter. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, love this. So I'm just dipping this brush in here, and I'm going to go right across the top of my cheekbones. And then I also like to just go up my temple just a little bit. Just going to put a little bit more on. Yeah, this is really pretty. Trying to get it even now. All right, that's about right. I have not used my Revlon Colorstay Cream eyeshadows in quite a while, and they should not be neglected. They are beautiful. This is number 730 in the shade Praline. And I'm gonna just, these apply really, really well with your fingers, so, oh, they have the most lovely texture. So I'm just swirling my finger in there. And I'm gonna put some of that on the lid. And I'm gonna try to work that right up into the crease area. Yeah, these are unbelievable. The texture, the colors, really nice. Definitely the best cream eyeshadows, I think, from the drugstore. And they stay nice over time too. You know how certain other brands they dry up really fast, and these seem to be staying nice as long as you put the cover on nice and tight, you know? It's just a fantastic texture. All right, I want to make sure I have enough to give me some decent coverage. And another great thing about these is you can build them. You know, if you don't feel like you have quite enough on, you can just keep adding a little bit more. And it's not gonna look like too much, or they layer really nicely. And they also make a great base for your powder eyeshadows. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go into the Bad Habit Royals palette. And I'm going to take this ColourPop brush and I'm going to use Primrose. Now, I did use this in my crease yesterday, and I got impatient and I wasn't like building it slowly and adding more color, and I just said, oh, the heck with it. And I put another color on top of it. And I kind of wish I hadn't done that because I wanted to see what would happen if I built it up. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I knew that that Revlon Praline would probably pair really well with this, because if you look at these colors, I think that, you know, you're somewhat limited to what you can use with that Primrose. So I'm going to put some of that on my brush. And I'm going to put this in the crease. And I think that because I'm putting it over this Revlon cream shadow, I'm going to get a different result than what I did yesterday by putting it just over like a nude. I think I used Painterly, MAC Painterly. So this time it will most likely show up because the base color is somewhat in the ballpark of what I'm putting over it. Still not really that noticeable. But I like the way these colors look together. I've always been attracted to this whole Mauve Orchid type color scheme. It's just a really pretty color. Okay, now I'm just like adding more and building it. I'm gonna take a Zoeva pencil brush. It's just a small pencil brush. Gonna drag some of that down along the lower lash line as well. Okay, so I wanted this to be like a soft, pretty look. So let's do eyeliner, mascara, and brows, and see how it looks. We'll see if it can stand on its own or if it's going to need some sort of a darker color to add on. This is Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever. This eyeliner does not move, doesn't migrate, doesn't irritate my eyes, and is one of the least expensive eyeliners that you can find at stores. They have this at Ulta and Bed Bath & Beyond's and Christmas tree shops that sell makeup, Harmon, Face Values, drugstores. Good stuff. Okay, Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Mascara. Just for the lower lashes. And I'm going to curl my upper lashes with my Shiseido eyelash curler. And then on my top lashes, I'm going to use Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. It's another great product by Essence. Yeah, eyeliners and mascaras. So good by Essence. Their lip pencils are good too. They have some other good products too, but those are my favorite. Ah! I just blinked and got mascara all over the place. Alright, I'm going to clean that up and I might as well finish the other eye. Be right back. Lucky, that could have been so much worse. If you can get to it right away with a Q-tip, though, you can get it off before it dries. Okay, I have a whole tutorial doing my brows, so I think I'm going to do that off camera as well. I've been using the LA Colors Browie Wowie brow pencil in the shade light/medium, so I'll go do my brows and be right back. Are you guys excited about the new Wet n Wild products that are coming out? I've seen some videos where people show the new products. I don't know, I guess they got them sent to them or whatever. But yeah, some of them look really good. And they're going to have a brow pencil just like this one from LA Colors. It looks exactly the same. It's got the triangle type tip on it with the creamy formula with the spoolie on the other end. So they're going to have a product just like this. Be interesting to see how they compare price-wise. And if the colors are similar, because I love this color. I think that no matter what I was doing with my hair, this would blend really well. Oh, I see a little spot I missed right there. Gotta fix that. Alright, that's better. Okay, so all that's left is lips. So you know what that means. NYX Lip Primer right at the end of this one. But I've got a backup that I just ordered from shophush.com in my last order. So this is almost done. So this will go into my empties bucket soon. You know, I was on a roll there for a while where I was putting so many things in my empties bucket, and then all of a sudden I had no empties to put in the bucket. So as soon as I have a decent amount of stuff in there, I want to do an empties video. Okay, so this is Kleancolor Madly Matte Lip Gloss in the shade Mauve Orchid, which is 1645. This is not lip gloss. This is definitely liquid lipstick, and I love these. I can't believe they're only $1. And you can find these at your local beauty supply store, but there'll probably be more there. There'll probably be like $2 there. I've gotten a bunch from shophush.com for $1. You can order them directly from Kleancolor, and they'll be $1. There's actually quite a few places where you can get these, but they do take a really long time to dry on your lips, but I don't know, that doesn't bother me. I'm so used to liquid lipsticks now that nothing phases me. As long as, my criteria for liquid lipsticks is, as long as they don't dry up and flake off, everything else is fine. And these don't do that. They last a really long time. If you eat or drink something, they will stay on pretty well. I'm going to do a video when I can about these specifically, because I got a bunch of colors, and I actually ordered more colors in my next order. So I'm going to talk about the different colors and the formula and do some swatches. But these are really easy to work with. I love the smell of these too, but once it's dry, the smell goes away. So yeah, they're really easy to apply. Okay, so, geez, I kind of like this soft, like romantic look. I don't want to put a dark color. Normally I would go back and I would put, like, you know, a dark shade right in these outer areas there, but I kind of like this. All right, I was going to say, somehow I accidentally shut the camera off. Oh God, I hope that I didn't do that sooner than what I thought I did. See if I can do something with my hair, and I'll be back. Actually, I decided to show you this next step that I'm going to do on camera, because I don't think I've done this on camera. I did a review video on this. L'Oreal Air Dry It Undone Style Cream, heat-free style, frizz-resistant, flexible hold. Basically what I do is I put my hair in a ponytail after I've washed it when it's soaking wet. By the time I finish doing my makeup, it's no longer soaking wet, it's like damp. So I take some of this, and I take about that much, and I put it mostly like right here and try to distribute it evenly, because this is where I have a tendency for the frizz to occur. But then I grab the rest of the hair and work it through. Now the only thing about this product is I can't go 3 days anymore. I wash my hair and then the next day it still, you know, looks pretty good, but then I have to wash it the day after that. Whereas before I started using this, I could even do another day, but this adds like some kind of moisturizing properties to it so that I can't do that. But I'm okay with that because I kind of like washing my hair every other day anyway. Okay, so I just kind of work whatever is left in my hands through my hair, and then just wait for it to finish drying. So yeah, that's how I use that product. I don't think I showed that in the video. I don't think. So that's it, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.